So here we have the BMW X3 on a 63 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it. From the outside though, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. We're going to start off inside the boot area first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further again. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in. And as I mentioned, just run through a few of the controls on the inside of it from there. Now that we've done a full circle though, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, I'm going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, first of all, we have the fuel gauge. We then have the speedometer, the rev counter, and the coolant temperature gauge. In the centre, you can see the total miles for this car. They are 62,892. You can change the information that's displayed above that by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various bits of trip computer and fuel economy information. If we back out to the steering wheel, we have cruise control. Over on the right hand side, we have our stereo and phone controls. Behind the steering wheel, the minus and plus pedals that you can change up and down the gear manually with this automatic gearbox. Into the centre next, we have the main screen for the car, which includes satellite navigation, as you can see. All the movement that I'm making on the screen is being done using the iDrive system, which is essentially this dial, the collection of buttons that surround it as well. So for example, we can press the menu button, then use this dial to rotate to radio. Push the dial down, we're now in that menu where you can see we've got AM, FM and DAB available. If you want to listen to your own music, you can do so under the multimedia heading, where we have auxiliary and USB inputs, as well as a CD player, as you can see. And you pair your phone under the telephone heading just here. Working our way down, we have dual zone climate control. You can adjust the passenger temperature, driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine where you'd like the air to be distributed. The air conditioning is on at the minute, so that's off. Back on again, or hit auto. The car will now take full control to maintain those temperatures for you. You can override that by pressing auto again. We have our CD player, the main volume for the stereo just there as well, some storage, 2 cup holders along with a 12-volt charging socket, the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox. We can turn off our traction control and change the driving setup of the car from Sport, Comfort to Eco Pro. And then we have electronic handbrake with auto hold function. You can turn your parking sensors on and off, and we have downhill brake control here as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Mach 1 Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.